one thing I've realized living in life is that no one is coming to ever, save you. No one is, you're not, everyone seems to be looking for someone to rescue them, something to, get them out of whatever situation they're in. But, maybe some people get lucky, but 99% of the time that never happens. And I think what people have to realize is no one is ever going to come and save them if they don't do anything about it themselves first. If they don't like their situation, they're the ones in control, they're the ones in charge. And so weakness is the delegation of that responsibility. And as a man especially, like thinking that your life is out of your control. But I think as you grow in a relationship with God and he changes you, the outcome, the fruit of that is realizing that you have actually 100% complete control over the direction of your life, especially talking as a man, because I think the dynamic is definitely different for men and women, and I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman. But I think for men, strength is realizing, and godliness is realizing that actually everything is in your control. If you don't like where you're at, you can change it, and that strength can only come from God. It comes from being rooted in reality and, cutting yourself off from delusional sources, which in the eyes of God is sin. So for example, like pornography, for example, like lying, for example, adultery. So all of these things are like delusional things, because like pornography, it's like you're not actually having sex with a woman. Lying is you're not, being honest, you're not being grounded in reality. And so the point is, sin takes you away from that, accountability, and and it disconnects you from the realization that you have complete control and accountability over your life. And it's a blessing, because ignorance is a blessing. Ignorance is bliss, because like in the short term you won't have to deal with the pain of realizing like how trash you are, and like how kind of terrible your situation is in the moment. But in the long run, sin is a curse, because it means you can't take responsibility and accountability for where you are right now in life, and so therefore you can't change it for the better. And so and I think the idea of humility is this very fact, like being grounded in reality, like being extremely grounded in reality. And I think people mistake humility for like weakness, and like I can't do everything, and like kind of like a kind of real defeatist and realist mindset. But that doesn't make you humble at all. I think what true humility is extreme objective rational understanding of who you are and where you are in life, and being connected to that in your actions and in the way you present yourself. And I think a lot of people also mistake faith for arrogance, and this has to do with humility, because like people think that humility is kind of having a defeatist mindset. They think it's like, oh, you can only do so much in life, you just get a 9-to-5 job, you can only do this, like kind of like limiting life in a box. They kind of, put it into a box in which in which society, which is acceptable to society. But having faith means that, like, you can be humble and have faith, and that's the best combination, because faith gets you to think outside the box and allows you to stretch your understanding of the possibilities of life. And humility gives you the understanding of where you are in life right now and what you have to do to get there. And so it's the best combination, because